Okay, people, Sandy Ingram here. This is sort of an emergency video. Right now in Washington, D.C., there is a growing conversation that could directly impact retirees across the United States. And it centers around something called means testing. In simple terms, means testing is when the government looks at your income, savings, and overall financial situation to decide how much financial support you should receive in retirement. Now, this is a very dangerous conversation that is happening in Washington, D.C. right now. You want to be aware of this. You want to stay on top of this. You want to know and learn as much as you can as this conversation progresses. Now, one of the biggest ideas being discussed is limiting benefits for higher income retirees. In other words, if you have sufficient retirement income, investments, or savings, you may not receive the same level of benefits as someone with fewer financial resources. Some proposals even have suggested informal caps where retirees earning above a certain threshold, such as 6 figures, could see reduced benefits. Now, people, this kind of talk happens when the government is strapped for cash. The reasoning behind all of this is simple. The system is under financial pressure, and lawmakers are trying to figure out how to stretch these dollars further. Critics, however, argue that this changed the original promise of Social Security, which was designed as a system where you receive benefits based on what you contributed. Well, that may not be the case for very much longer. Another major shift being discussed is moving toward what some call a poverty first system. This would mean that instead of providing similar benefits to everyone based on earnings history, the government would focus more on ensuring that retirees do not fall below a certain income level. Under this model, retirees with fewer resources would receive more support, while those who are financially stable might receive less support. This approach is similar to how some European systems operate. There is a base level of support for everyone, but additional help is targeted towards those who truly need it. Now, I know at this point you're saying, what? Yeah, I hope that the images on your screen is showing you the documentation behind what I'm saying to you. This is the conversations that they are having in Washington, D.C. about your Social Security payments. Driving much of this conversation is the financial reality facing Social Security. Current projections suggest that the system could face funding shortfalls in early 2030s. Now, guys, this is 2026. We're talking about within 4 to 6 years, we could be experiencing a problem. Without changes, benefits could be reduced across the board. Let me repeat that. Without changes, benefits, our Social Security benefits, could be reduced across the board. Now, this video is not to frighten you. This video is to make you aware and to help you understand that it may be time to roll over some of that income to your children under your children's name rather than having it all sitting under your name. But, I'm not here to give anyone financial advice. You will need to decide for yourself how you want to handle this. What many people don't realize is that forms of soft means testing already exists within the system. For example, Social Security benefits can be taxed if your income exceeds certain thresholds. There are also earning limits that can temporarily reduce benefits if you continue working before reaching full retirement age. In addition, Medicare premiums are already higher for individuals with higher incomes. So while full means testing hasn't been implemented, the structure to support it is already partially in place. Yeah. The key takeaway is this. While no final law has been passed to fully implement means testing, the conversation is active. The financial pressure is real, and the direction of policy is clearly evolving. For retirees, especially those considering living abroad or managing on a fixed income, this is a strong reminder that building additional income streams and maintaining financial flexibility may be more important than ever.